Hello, I'm Lizzie.
And I'm Izzy, and we need help.
Each week we stumble through a new book, method, or concept that brings us one step closer to being our best self.
Yes, we make fun of ourselves.
And others.
But mostly just ourselves. So here's to not taking self-help quite so seriously.
Welcome to the Afterbirth. I'm Lizzie.
And I'm Izzy, and this is the Afterbirth. For bad gratitude.
Yeah. Bad gratitude. She's got a bad gratitude.
Ooh, 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 ooh,
Okay.
ooh. I got a bad gratitude.
Oh, this is good. Okay, this is my favorite part of the show, the Afterbirth, where we talk about all of our questions, curiosities, and weird-ass facts that we wondered about during the regular episode.
Yeah, and this week, Lizzie was in charge of all the research.
Which means it's all straight hard facts, y'all. Facts.
So what do we got? What do we got?
We have a lot of stuff. You asked me what my first VCR tape was.
Yeah.
I still don't know.
Oh, okay.
I still don't know. That's
Afterbirth fail.
Boom. No, I don't know that one. We talked about the SNL episode with Linda Richman.
Oh yeah, Coffee Talk with Linda Richmond.
Coffee Talk with Linda Richmond, and where she says
Duran is neither a Duran nor a Duran. Discuss.
And I didn't know Mike Myers played her.
You didn't?
No, I mean, I did back then, but I've forgotten that fact. And I want to, broad stroke, I love Mike Myers.
Yeah.
And everything he does.
Yeah.
So I'd like to put a broad stroke, I love you, Mike Myers, out there.
I'm sure he appreciates broad strokes.
And I'm sure he's a listener. He's a listener. We're like Garth and Wayne of self-help.
Maybe somebody in his genealogy pool listens
6 degrees
of separation
and Mike Myers.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody in the 6 degrees, we're 6 degrees of podcast listeners to Mike Myers.
I'm gonna put this out. If I could be in a movie with you, Mike Myers, that would be awesome.
Okay, you're putting it out there, putting it out in the universe. That's good.
Do you want to be in the movie too? Because it's you're more of the actor of the two of us.
I could be in the movie, right?
I just pretend to be a good person. You're actually an actor.
I'm not an actor. I just play one on TV. My mind is blown.
Yeah. So Mike Myers, I didn't realize that, and I loved it. You wanted, but we were gonna afterbirth my reaction.
Yeah,
it was as funny as the first time I saw it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I did love it. Okay, so more importantly, my next subject is face blindness.
Yes, this was super interesting. So this was what was the author's name? I just blanked. Oliver Sacks said he had face blindness, meaning he can't recognize, his brain doesn't compute faces. So I think, is that what it is? We were supposed to research it.
That's what it is. I did research it.
Okay.
And 1 in 50 people have face blindness.
Okay.
Which I found interesting. So I could, in fact, have it.
Okay.
But I don't think I actually do. Because I notice things on people's faces, and I notice their reactions to stuff. That's a big sign. But more importantly, it said in The Guardian that famous author Oliver Sacks and Brad Pitt have it.
Brad Pitt has it?
Brad Pitt has it.
Oh, that's so funny.
Those two names were mentioned, which made me get really curious about who else had it. Jane Goodall has it.
Oh, okay.
The monkey lady?
They're called chimps, Lizzie.
Okay, well.
They're called chimpanzees.
Chimpanzee. Oh, yeah, that's a really classy way of saying the monkey lady. She's a monkey lady, you know?
Okay,
like,
the
she's
monkey
cool.
lady has it.
Like, I've watched her master class. It's amazing. Have you watched it?
I have yet to watch a master class. I just watch the previews and think I know everything. I
Well,
watched
you
the
basically
trailer.
do.
I watched the trailer of the master class. I'm like, yes, yes, I
Yes,
know
yes.
everything now.
I will start the new Spanx company. Thank you, Sarah.
I will put on a suit. Thanks, RuPaul.
Well, I mean, RuPaul is amazing. You got to watch that one.
Yeah.
Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak has face blindness.
Do you know that's a Polish last name, Wozniak?
Okay, so Jason and I were doing this Afterbirth last night, and I said, "Do you suppose that's Polish?" He's like, "Do you really want to get into that right now?" I'm like, "Yes, I do."
Wozniak. Yeah, it's Polish.
Wozniak. Okay, so
Wozniak.
is he Polish? I wonder.
I'll Google it really quickly, but you go on to talk more about the... Yeah.
And Victoria, Crown Princess of Sweden, also has
Oh, doo-doo-doo. Murky murk.
You can be born with it, and it also can be a degenerative disease. And then it's very, very common with people on the spectrum.
Okay.
So, yeah. I just wonder if people with, like, if the people that are born with face, like blindness, if they knew who their mother was.
They cry every time.
They'd be like, who is this lady coming at me with her big titty? So that's one. It's diagnosed by a series of tests, but there is no cure.
Oh, okay.
But the cool part I read about it is they learn to recognize people based on hairstyles, based on their mannerisms, based on their smell. So if you're like, it's like a regular blind person, like their smell is more heightened. Yeah. So, I'm ready to move on. Do you have any Steve Wozniak? Wozniak?
So he has Polish and German roots. So his great grandpa was born in Poland.
Okay.
And he was an engineer, so probably Steve got his engineering passion from his great grandfather who was born in Poland. So there you go.
And I like the two Steves.
Yeah, that's cool. And his nickname is Woes, which I think is cool. Woes.
Oh, whoa.
Woes.
Whoa. Voice.
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 Voj, baby. Voj, zhuzhi.
Ooh, whooshy. Okay, so moving on. Thank you, Steve. Sorry, I mean, I know you won't recognize me if you're watching this on YouTube next time we see each other. But, okay, so we were talking about not wanting to age. And Izzy, you talked about the method of longevity that Jeff Bezos was involved with.
Yeah.
The only thing I could find is he has recently invested in Alto Labs, a company out of Silicon Valley that is experimenting with cell rejuvenation. They call it reprogramming technology, which reverts adult specialized cells into stem cells.
Okay.
And I'm investing in them the minute they go public. Like any anti-aging thing, I'm in. This is a cool part about this Alto Labs is they're luring the greatest scientists in by offering them sports star salaries to get the best of the best in.
Okay, good.
Which I think scientists should make more than basketball players.
Of course, yeah. Nah.
Maybe fucking cancer would be solved now.
Have you ever watched the Harlem Globetrotters, though?
That's all I hear. That's all I hear whenever I watch basketball, period. Unless you're Jordan. Jordan or like whoever else is really good.
Yeah.
I'm shitting all over an entire sport right now.
We just lost.
I'm going to tell you, the Harlem Globetrotters are better than 99% of basketball players.
Yeah. Because they got the music.
They have the music. They've got the crowd involved. They're fun.
Have you seen the Harlem Globetrotters? Or are you just...
I watched Scooby-Doo.
Yoinks.
Scooby-Doo. You know, whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, I think scientists should make more than basketball players.
Yes. Yes, they should.
And maybe cancer would be solved.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
Okay.
I concur.
And I would like to not give a broad stroke apology to all the basketball players out there for saying so. You're not as important as the scientists, okay?
Yeah, I mean, who makes up these things, these salaries?
I don't know, but I wish I had full control over how much everybody made.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, what's next?
Next, people in Poland don't know about the medical medium. So I was so shocked to hear that. And I hope it's not true, but I'm going to tell for all of our Polish listeners that are actually in Poland. His name is Anthony William. I think he's only 31, which is weird because if you look him up, and this is no offense to Anthony, I'm pretty sure he's a longtime listener of this, but like, he looks older than 31. I think he's an old soul.
You know what? Old soul, or, see, I don't get this. Like, a lot of people who are in control of health, advisors on health, they look like shit. They look terrible. They look old.
I'm going to say it, like, there's some 34 to 40-year-old women that look like rough.
Yeah.
And then there are some 34 and older, you don't get to give up at 34, people.
Yeah, but I don't even know. I think so much has to do with genes, because I'm just looking at people that my mother-in-law smoked, ate shit food,
Oh yeah,
liked her drink, and she looked much better than a lot of healthy grandmas, so I don't know.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said women. I think all people. I'll look at some people and I'm like, okay, are you seeing what I'm seeing? But Anthony William, you're not one of them. He just looks like older.
Older,
he
okay.
Doesn't look like
old
shit.
Old soul.
He looks like he actually is the good kind of older because he looks wiser.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't look like shit. He just looks like an older person.
Yeah.
And so I tried to royally ruin his story because angels told him that his grandmother had cancer.
Right.
And he properly diagnosed her, which saved her life. I didn't fuck it up. It was perfect.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, for once.
Yeah.
For once. So
Excellent.
I'm losing my edge on my storytelling.
You're not messing it up every time.
But the cool part about him is he believes that the Epstein-Barr virus is responsible for cancer as well as many other ailments.
Ooh, what's the Epstein-Barr virus?
Okay, can you look that up while I'm telling other little things about him?
Yes. Yeah.
I guess he takes a lot of shit for not having a medical degree. But I trust him fully because he was on Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop as a expert. He's written 6 different books. All of them are amazing if you get them.
Yeah.
And after you look up the Epstein-Barr virus, I mean, he's truly a cool person to know. And if you get his book that has all the superfoods in it, it tells you so much. It tells you what's good about it for your body, which is on point as far as any science I've seen. And then it tells you what spiritually the veg or fruit will do for you.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's so good. It's a great read too. Like
We
I
should
don't know
do
if
it. We should do it
Yeah,
sometime.
it's a great read. I'm up for it anytime, not this next week because we have a really cool thing gonna happen next week,
Yeah.
but like I'm ready whenever you
Okay.
are.
Epstein-Barr. It's known as the human herpes virus 4. It's a member of the herpes virus family. It's one of the most common human viruses. Epstein-Barr virus is found all over the world. Most people get infected with it at some point in their lives. It's spread most commonly through bodily fluids, primarily saliva. It can cause mono and other illnesses. Have you ever had mono?
Yep.
Me too. Okay, most people become infected with this.
And I didn't get it. They call it the kissing disease. I did not get it from kissing.
I didn't either.
And I really wanted to get it from kissing at the time.
So after you get this infection, the virus becomes latent, inactive in your body. In some cases, the virus may reactivate. This does not always cause symptoms, but people with weakened immune symptoms are more likely to develop symptoms if it reactivates.
Okay.
So that's what it is.
The end. Yeah, that's
end.
cancer, y'all. So he says there's many herpes that we haven't discovered yet. Like many different things. Yeah.
Okay.
So chances are good, everybody, before you get up on your high horse and say you didn't ever contract a sexual disease, we might all have one.
Yeah, probably.
Like we thought we all got out scot-free. We might not have, okay? It's just not discovered yet.
Nobody's
God,
talking about it.
That's such a turn on.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about my dying on purpose practice.
Yes. What is that?
We talked about. So like I'm constantly picturing myself if I died or if another person died. Like it's a good way for me to check myself as far as like
before you wreck yourself. Yeah. Sorry.
so good.
I need to do it.
check yourself before you wreck yourself. Yeah. So I do it, but you die on purpose. It's a die on purpose Maranasati, mindfulness of death awareness, is a Buddhist meditation practice remembering, frequently keeping in mind that death can strike any time. And we should practice assiduously, appamada, and with urgency in every moment, even in the time it takes to draw one single breath.
Okay.
So you should do that, people, because if you don't, then you're going to have regrets.
Okay. Regrets.
Regrets. We're going to have a lot of regrets. And that's basically it. That's what I've got. But
That's good.
I did want to talk about Bjork.
Oh yeah, Bjork and why is Oliver
Bjork and Oliver Sacks are besties.
our BFFs? Yeah, how did that
Okay.
happen? Do we know?
No.
Oh.
I didn't look that up.
Okay.
I just want to talk about it.
Okay, so talk
but,
about it. I'm gonna look it up.
She's an Icelandic singer. And we talked about her album Biophilia. Okay, have you ever listened to Bjork?
Yes,
Okay, I haven't.
I love. You haven't? You've never listened to Bjork?
No. I've listened to Enigma. Remember that one? Yeah, I don't know anything more about Bjork, but I was hoping you did.
No, I don't.
But you've listened to her, so you're a step ahead of me.
Yeah, she's quirky. She's fun. She's she had that scandal at the Oscars where she wore the swan dress.
Oh, she wore a swan dress? I don't watch the Oscars.
Yeah, she wore like a long time ago because she was in a movie. What was that movie? She starred in a movie.
Well, this is more of a mystery than we could have ever imagined.
We might have to.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Are you ready for Christmas? Have you gotten any of your
You know what? I
Christmas
really
shopping
don't give a
done?
shit about Christmas this year. I'm exhausted from this whole year. It's been a shit show.
Wow.
So my parents are flying into Poland on the 16th. My mom and her husband, my stepdad. And we're
Okay.
just going to have a quiet Christmas. They're going to do it. We're going to have it at their house. We're going to pick up my...
They have a house in Poland?
Yeah, like, well, an apartment. And
Okay.
they're just going to do it. Because usually I have an open house. So every year I have an open house. I
Okay.
cater a buffet, like from this fantastic place that has really great food. I mean, they have this, oh my gosh, it's so good. They give it to you raw. It's raw salmon, but it's marinated in tons of oranges, ginger, a little bit of
Yum.
soy sauce, and a little bit of honey. And they just
Okay.
give it to you in like a sealed bag, and you just have to heat it up, and it is like the most delicious baked salmon. And I just order all these different foods from this place, and then I have an open house,
Okay.
and I just put the message out there. If you have nowhere to go, because there's a lot of expats that live in Poland, so
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who
Yeah.
have family in the States, but they can't
And
just
they
go.
probably don't celebrate Christmas in Poland, right? There's no Jesus there.
No, they don't have anybody to celebrate Christmas with, is the thing, you know, because their
I gotcha.
families are in the States, for example.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or somewhere abroad. So, so we have an open house, and then whoever wants to can just come. So
I love
the
that.
first year we did it was like 23 people just coming in and out. There was a girl that I had never met, but she heard from a friend of a friend that we were doing an open house, so she just came and she ended up being friends with us. She was
That's
from
ballsy. I
her
love
family is
that.
in Siberia. Her family lives in Siberia. But
That's
she
not a
moved to
real place.
Poland. It's a real place. And she moved to Poland. She didn't have anyone to spend Christmas with. So
Oh,
she
I
spent Christmas
love
with
that.
us. And yeah, we have a fully open house. But last year we couldn't do it because of Corona. We can't just have people coming in and out.
Yeah.
And this
You're
year
like,
I
bring
think
me
it's,
your disease.
yeah. This
Yeah,
year I think
I
it's the
know.
same. But I can't wait to get back to like normalcy so we can
So I'm
have the
going to
open
tell you
house
what
again.
I'm doing. I'm so excited.
Yeah, what are you
about it.
doing?
So we got the pole barn done. We have
Oh.
this pole barn done at our property, and I got the chandeliers. It's just in a barn.
Yeah.
And I got chandeliers in there and the lighting, and I'm
Oh
going to
my
stencil the
gosh.
floor with something. So I'm bringing in my big long table from my original
Yeah.
house.
Oh.
And I'm having, this is going to be a big surprise, but I don't think my family listens, but I'm having all Chicago food sent in
I am so
for
jealous,
Christmas Day.
and I really
so
want.
we're gonna have Lou Malnati's. We're gonna have the.
Are you gonna have
whole-
Al's beef? Because Al's beef is the best.
Yes,
you really
that's
need
what
to have Italian
yeah.
beef. Oh my God.
Yep, we're gonna have Italian beef. We're gonna have the whole thing, and we're gonna have like, we're just gonna have an open house where we have everybody come. We have the 6 acres. There's a pool. There's fishing. There's hell. There might be like, I mean, we might. Bring
I
in a
want.
kayak.
That's what I want my wedding to be. That's exactly
Okay.
it. So.
I'm on it. Are you serious? I will
I'm
give you a
serious.
wedding like you will not.
I want a
fucking believe.
Chicago style. Like that's all I want. That's all the wedding food I want.
Okay, I've been planning this wedding all of my life.
Okay.
For you.
Okay. Your Christmas.
I'm-
That's what I want my wedding to be.
Can it be on Christmas? Because I smell. Do I smell a Hallmark special? Because I think I do. Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
we're gonna do we're bringing in Chicago food. It's gonna be absolutely beautiful. My sister Janice, her husband Jeffrey, and my little niece Jada is coming into town, and I'm gonna invite like my people from around here to come and just enjoy.
That's
But,
amazing.
yeah.
That is amazing.
really
That
excited.
sounds so wonderful. I had yeah,
and
yeah.
we're gonna have a gingerbread house contest
that is so fun.
because nobody
Oh.
likes to. No, nothing's better than beating your family's ass on Christmas Day.
That is awesome.
amazing.
That is
Yeah, I
so
can't
amazing.
wait. I'm so
Yeah.
excited. Can you
Oh my
come?
God. I really, really want to. Like, I really, really want to come.
That would be the best.
Yeah, maybe next year. It's so funny because I crave Chicago food sometimes, and there's none of it here. And I had an English student when I was teaching English a long time ago. His wife was a flight attendant, I guess. Not a stewardess, sorry. Flight attendant. And she would fly.
Is that bad? You can't call people stewardess now?
I think that was on Austin Powers, I think. We're called flight attendants now. He's like, alrighty.
Okay.
But, so he's like, my wife flies in and out of, from back and forth from Chicago to Warsaw. Do you want something? And I always said, no, that's okay. And then one day I was like, would it be a big deal if she brought me back a Portillo's hot dog? Like, even knowing that it wouldn't like be as fresh and as good, like she had wrapped it in like so much tin foil.
Yeah.
And she like, cause she had a back and forth, like she flew there and flew right. She had like 2 hours and then she flew, so she actually brought me back a Portillo's hot dog.
So it's like a 12-hour-old hot dog, but still it was delicious.
It was delicious. It was better than a Polish fresh hot dog. So.
But they have this sausage. They're in charge of the sausage over there. The Polish sausage.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Polish sausage.
Yeah.
Even though I just call it sausage.
Speaking of Polish sausage, the next book we're doing is the penis book. Sorry.
Speaking of sausage. Oh my God. I'm so excited to do this book. I can't even say it. I'm so excited to do the penis book.
Yeah. I'm
going to plow through that bad boy. Yeah. Okay. So Jason is going to be our guest.
Yes.
First. We're going to have Jason as our guest, and then we're going to have Maciek because we don't want dueling swords on the podcast.
Yeah, we don't want a sword fight.
Yeah. So, yeah,
we're actually terrified to get them together so they don't start talking. We're like, oh.
Yeah. We don't need them like conspiring against us.
No. They will be separated at all times.
Yeah.
That's another Hallmark movie.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. So yeah, he's going to be on the podcast next week.
Oh, I am super excited. I'm so excited.
I'm excited, and he's been reading the book already, and it's coming in with some hilarious. I'm getting some hilarious feedback.
Okay, good.
So it should be pretty good.
All right.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday, girl. Love you.
I love you. This has been the Afterbirth.
Welcome to the Afterbirth. Afterbirth.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us. Rate and follow us if you like us. If you don't, please don't.
And come visit us at www.theweneedhelppodcast.com. There you can find show notes, links for books. You can join Audible, which is, how we actually read our books. We listen to them. And we have special exclusive content just for you. Also, feel free to subscribe to our Patreon account. That's where you can support us financially because we need it. And it can be anywhere from $1 to $100 billion a month, whatever you can afford. And the link to our Patreon account is www.patreon, and that's spelled patreon.com/We Need Help Podcast. And you can support us on there. We would really appreciate it because we do need help.
Awesome. And we will see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Thanks,
Bye.
loves. Bye.